Once again, we are live from Dubai International, from Dubai Creek. Today is 24th of July 2026, and we are live from Dubai International. July 24, 2026. Let's see some breaking news or latest news if there is any. Waiting for your questions, your feedback. If you want to send me in the comments. Iran Khalij Times is official newspaper from Dubai. It says that Iran FM says will not accept a ceasefire until Hormuz demands met. Trump says Xi and Putin assured him not arming Iran. Trump's comments on Truth Social about warning Russia and China against funding Iran selling weapons to Iran comes amid reports that Washington is investigating whether Moscow and Beijing are giving Iran targeting information following a series of strikes on US bases. The US leader said Chinese President Xi had told him when they met in Beijing in May that he would not arm Iran under any circumstances. Considering our relationship, I take him at his words. Trump added that Putin had made a similar promise despite the war in Ukraine. Iran-Omani foreign ministers discussed latest developments. Iranian and Omanian foreign ministers discussed in phone call the latest regional and security developments and maritime navigation in Strait of Hormuz. Iran foreign minister says will not accept ceasefire until Hormuz demands met. Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi said Iran will not accept a ceasefire until its demands on the Strait of Hormuz are met. Trump warns Russia and China against arms sales to Iran. Trump warned China and Russia on Friday against selling weapons to Iran, saying he believed assurances from Xi Jinping and Vladimir that were not yet doing so. Therefore, two major countries that people speak of often in terms of Iran are, in my opinion, not participation, Trump said on his Truth Social network. Let me know your questions if you are watching from which country, which city. Send me your questions in the comments. I'm waiting your questions. I'm waiting for your feedback. I'm waiting your comments. China pushes for Pakistan to resume US-Iran talks, Reuters sources. Pakistan is exploring a path towards a resumption of stalled. Whose fan are you? Ali Abbas. Whose fan? I am the fan of Bobby Wine. You know Bobby Wine? This is a superstar of Uganda. Africa, Uganda superstar. So I am the fan of Bobby Wine. Okay, Ali Abbas. Let me know where are you, which country you are watching our live. And about fan, I'm the fan of now the Lamine Yamal, the star footballer from Spain, also from Africa. So on my t-shirts, all Africa flags. So I'm now a fan of Lamine Yamal, Pakistan. Oh, this is Pakistan. So I'm now the fan of Lamine Yamal, the star footballer from Spain, originally from Spain, born in Spain, but his parents from Africa. Morocco? Where is Morocco? Yeah, Morocco. Ronaldo. Ronaldo is, everything has Rouge and Zawal. Ronaldo, Messi, they're no more. They're finished. They have done their job. Now is the time for Rouge of rise of Lamine Yamal. They are falling stars now. Ronaldo, Messi, they are now falling, expiring. They have done their job. They are no more. They will retire from the game. But now the next star is Lamine Yamal, the rising star. So the rising star, Yamal, yes, Lamine Yamal, the Muslim footballer in the Spain, very popular these days, very viral all over social media. So because he is supporting Palestine openly, so we are fan of Lamine Yamal. My next T-shirt is coming here, name with Lamine Yamal. Next week I will be having my next new design T-shirt with the name Lamine Yamal. So I am just new on social media, but I am modifying. I am searching new ideas with the beautiful, colorful T-shirt, with Africa flags, with Asia flags, with more and more attractive writings. So I'm getting attention of all of Africa. Okay, bye, sleep. So let's see the news from Reuters saying that Pakistan is exploring a path toward a resumption of stalled US-Iran talks over ending their nearly 5-month-old war. Reuters said 3 Pakistani sources, following a push initiated by China. Exploratory discussions took place during a visit by Iran's Interior Minister Iskandar Momini to Islamabad this week, his second within the last 10 days. Momini, who is considered close to Iran's Revolutionary Guards Corps, met with Pakistani government leaders and Army Chief Asim Munir this week, according to Pakistani government statement. All 3 sources cautioned that the obstacles to any talks with the US remain high. Oman delegation arrives in Iran to discuss Hormuz. The Omani diplomatic delegates has arrived in Iran to discuss mechanism to manage ship traffic in the Strait of Hormuz, Iran says. Kuwait air defenses engage hostile drone threats. Netanyahu to visit Washington on Monday. Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu will visit Washington on Monday at an invitation from the Trump, the Israeli PM official said. The 2 leaders will meet at White House. US stocks will change as oil prices retreat. Oil retreats from above $100. Reuters. Oil futures prices fell over 3% on Friday but are still set for a hefty weekly gain because of worsening disruption of energy flows in the Red Sea and fears of further escalation in the US-Israel war with Iran. Reuters reported Brent futures fell $3.5 percent to $97 a barrel at 12:40 a.m. Blah blah blah. EU sanctions Iranian judges leading cyber group figure. The European Union has imposed new restrictive measures on Iranian judges over alleged human rights violation. EU's top diplomat Kaja Kallas said on Friday, adding that a leading figure of a cyber group who she said enabled the regime's repression of information has also been sanctioned. As Tehran intensified its domestic crackdown, the EU will continue to hold those responsible to account. Jordan army says down 7 Iranian missiles and 6 drones. Jordan's military intercepted 7 missiles and 6 drones launched by Iran on Friday, it said, as Tehran pressed its attacks on US allies in the Middle East. The military said the interceptions performed by air defense systems and Air Force planes resulted in no casualties or material damage. Egypt condemned Iran attacks on Bahrain, Jordan and Kuwait. UNESCO lists World Heritage Sites in Lebanon, West Bank as in danger. The UN's Cultural Agency on Friday placed locations including a Lebanese castle recently conquered by Israeli forces and an archaeological site in the occupied West Bank on its list of World Heritage in danger. Beaufort Castle, a Crusader fortress also known as Qala al-Shakif, was captured by Israeli forces invading Lebanon in May. UNESCO said the fortresses had sustained damage and faced ongoing threats from the conflict serious enough to justify resorting to an emergency procedure. Lebanese Culture Minister Salame told AFP the endangered listing was a remarkable achievement in the effort to protect these important Lebanese historical landmarks. He said only 2 of the castles were within the Lebanese government's reach. And accused Israel of having already destroyed Shamma castle and threatening of demolish Beaufort. Also added to the in danger list was Sebastia, near the west bank city of Nablus. In 2025, they expropriated around 200 hectares of Palestinian land near the site, saying it was for preservation and development purpose. While Palestinians in Sebastia have developed a tourism industry based on the site, the new Israeli plans threaten to bypass it with an Israeli-only road, a fence, and an entry fees. The integrity of the site is currently threatened by an expropriation project aimed at subdividing. What is this? Sometimes the page is automatic turning. Yeah. While Palestinians in Sebastia have developed a tourism industry, Japan says August crude supply is fully covered. Bahrain intercepts Iranian attacks. Karachi meet Pakistani counterpart. Iraq denies New York Times report on mediation efforts. Iraq has denied a report by the New York Times that claimed Baghdad is exerting mediation efforts for a ceasefire between US and Iran. The PM media office said the allegations in the report are entirely unfounded and bear no relation to reality, calling on media outlets to rely on official sources and refrain from circulating unverified information. Iraq's PM Ali Zaidi has just returned from a visit to Tehran, where he met with top Iranian officials. In its report, the New York Times said Iran rejected a ceasefire proposal from President Donald Trump that was carried out to Tehran by the Iraqi Prime Minister. According to Iranian and Iraqi officials, the failed mediation effort came as Trump was threatening to escalate the war and target Iran's critical infrastructure. The officials, who asked not to be identified because they were discussing sensitive national security issues, said Prime Minister Al-Zadi's trip to Iran followed his recent visit with Trump at the White House. The details of the ceasefire proposal were not immediately clear, but Iranian officials said that it was the only offer on the table and that their government was not interested in a temporary deal that left the question of control over the Strait of Hormuz. Oil futures dipped. UN calls for evacuation of 6,000 stranded sailors. Iran guards claim they targeted Amazon facility in Bahrain. UAE billionaire provides estimation on cost of war. Emirati billionaire Mohammed Khalaf Al-Habtour said the renewed US-Israel-Iran conflict could cost the global economy as much as $3.5 trillion by 2030, citing a study by the Al-Habtour Research Center, which warned that the financial toll has grown significantly following the latest escalation in hostilities. The study estimated Iran's losses could reach $300 billion, while the US may ultimately bear a cost of $1.1 trillion once long-term obligations such as the veterans care, debt servicing, and higher defense spending are taken into account. Blast near Erbil Airport. IRGC base hit state media. Let's see the next news. What's the next news here in Khalij Time? Khalij Time is the official newspaper of Dubai and UAE. Dubai police arrest a drug trafficker who hid in airport. What the hell is this? Dubai police arrest a drug trafficker who hid in the airport transit area for 45 days. Oh my God. Dubai police officials said traffickers continue to change tactics, but anti-narcotics teams adapt through intelligence, experience, and cooperation to stop drugs reaching communities. Senior Dubai police officer recently revealed that the authority had caught a drug trafficker who was hiding out in Dubai airport's transit area for 45 days. The authority also foiled his plan of retrieving a stash of drugs concealed in the emirate. Brigadier Khalid Al-Muazi, Director General of the Anti-Narcotics at Dubai Police, revealed the details of this case during his conversation on the QN podcast on the Arabcast platform, where he discussed the drug investigating trafficking networks and changing methods used by the criminals. The suspect reportedly thought he could evade the police because he had not formally entered the country and stayed back in the airport's transit zone. However, anti-narcotics officers continued monitoring his movements, daily routine, contacts, and activities throughout the operation. Dubai police had also received intelligence that the suspect was controlling a hidden supply of narcotics stored somewhere in Dubai. During his time inside the transit area, he continued communicating with individuals from different countries, coordinating the distribution of the drugs that had already been concealed inside the emirate. Investigators gathered evidence until they confirmed that arrangements had been made for the hidden drugs to be collected and delivered to buyers. The suspect was then arrested as part of the operation. How addiction can lead to dealing. The anti-narcotics chief explained that tackling drug users, promoters, and traffickers remain equally important, as some users can eventually become involved in distribution networks. He said some users require increasing amounts of drugs and money to sustain their addiction, leading them to turn to selling narcotics to finance their own consumption. He recalled a case involving a woman who was arrested while carrying nearly 1 kilogram of narcotics. She had initially been a user but later approached her supplier asking for a discount because she needed drug quantities. Instead of reducing the price, the supplier offered her a role in distributing drug. He provided her with a portion of the narcotics to sell, instructed her where to hide the packages, and directed buyers to those locations. Brigadier Khalid said the case showed how addiction can gradually pull individuals into drug promotion networks. Authorities have also handled cases involving teenagers who became involved in drug promotion, including individuals aged between 16 and 18 who ordered cannabis oil from abroad through express delivery services, filled electronic cigarettes with the substance, and sold them. The individuals were arrested and referred for legal proceedings, while cases involving minors are handled according to specific legal procedures. Send me your questions, your feedback, your information in the comments. I'm waiting for your questions. 4-year investigation into a major trafficker. In another major case, Brigadier Khalid revealed how Dubai police spent 4 years building a case against a UAE national described as one of the country's significant drug traffickers, whose network extended beyond the UAE to countries including Sudan, Egypt, and several African nations. Despite appearing to be an ordinary man, investigators discovered that he was managing a highly mobile criminal network involved in trafficking large quantities of narcotics across multiple countries. The suspect deliberately avoided committing offenses inside the UAE and carried out much of his trafficking activities abroad. Brigadier Khalid said he traveled several times to Sudan and Egypt to gather evidence linking the suspect to international operations. The case was built through years of surveillance, documentation, investigative reports, international cooperation, and evidence gathered from foreign law enforcement agencies. He explained that authorities did not rely only on phone records or confessions, but built a complete picture by tracking movements, documenting meetings, and linking the suspect to members of trafficking networks. Evidence gathered from arrested associates, information from international partners, and documentation of the suspect's activities abroad eventually formed the basis of the case presented before the federal court. Changing methods. The discussion also covered how drug smuggling methods have changed over the years. Brigadier Khalid explained that traffickers continuously develop new techniques to maximize profits while reducing risk. In previous years, selling drug capsules was among the most common methods used by couriers. Some couriers are capable of concealing close to 1 kilogram of narcotics inside their bodies. Rather than immediately arresting such individuals upon arrival, officers may wait until the packages have safely passed through their bodies to protect their health and ensure the narcotics are recovered as evidence. He added that investigators are trained to identify suspicious travel patterns at airports, including passengers traveling with very little luggage, booking return flights on the same day or within a short period, and displaying unusual behavior. While these indicators alone do not prove criminal activity, they can prompt further checks and investigations. Brigadier Khalid stressed that UAE laws apply to everyone regardless of nationality. UAE laws apply to everyone. While authorities assess each case based on its circumstances, cases involving travelers who unknowingly carry prohibited substances are handled through established legal procedures involving customs authorities and prosecutors. He said traffickers continue to change their methods, but anti-narcotic teams adapt through intelligence, experience, and cooperation to prevent drugs from reaching the community. This is local news from Dubai. What is next? One Chu can strike a tougher bill on exam leaks. India NEET protest. Government moves to ban Bluetooth-enabled devices. New Umrah visa or tourist entry to Saudi Arabia. UAE travel experts. Let's see what's this news local from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia's newly introduced one-year multiple entry Umrah visa has given the faithful another option to perform the pilgrimage. But with 4 main visa categories now available, travel agents said that many UAE residents are in confusion on which one best suits their travel plans. Besides the new multiple entry Umrah visa, pilgrims can also perform Umrah using a multiple entry tourist visa, a single entry tourist visa, or the single entry Umrah visa. While all 4 options allow travelers to undertake the pilgrimage, each serves as a different purpose. The best visa depends on how often someone plans to travel to Saudi Arabia and whether they intend to visit only for Umrah or combine it with tourism. New multiple entry Umrah visa. The latest visa is aimed at pilgrims who intend to perform Umrah several times during the year. According to Shihab, the visa is valid for 1 year, allows multiple entries, and permits pilgrims to stay in Saudi Arabia for up to 90 days in total during its validity. The days can be divided across several trips. The visa costs around 600 to 650 depending on the travel agencies and is usually processed within 2 working days. Unlike the tourist visa, it can only be used for Umrah purpose. Multiple entry tourist visa. Travel agents say the existing 1-year multiple entry tourist visa remains one of the most popular options among UAE residents, costing around dirhams 425. It allows travelers to enter Saudi Arabia multiple times over 1 year. Processing can take anywhere between 1 week and 1 month, depending on the application. The tourist visa is suitable for people who want to perform Umrah while also visiting other cities or spending time in the kingdom for tourism. Single entry tourist visa. For those planning only one visit, the single entry tourist visa remains another option to perform Umrah. Travel agents said it generally costs around 300 to 350 and is processed within 2 to 5 working days. Like the multiple entry tourist visa, it can be used by eligible travelers who wish to combine Umrah with tourism. Single entry Umrah visa. The single entry Umrah visa is available for pilgrims making a one-time visit. According to travel agents, it generally costs around 350 to 450 and takes 2 to 3 working days to process. Nusuk registration remains essential. Regardless of which visa travelers choose, agents stress that completing the required procedures on the Nusuk platform remains mandatory before performing Umrah. Whether someone has an Umrah visa or a tourist visa, the required procedures on Nusuk must still be completed before performing Umrah. He added that pilgrims hoping to visit Rawda Riyadul Jannah at the Prophet's Masjid in Medina should also register through Nusuk as appointment are located through this platform. Agents clarified that pilgrims are free to book their own flights and hotels. However, the required travel details, including accommodation, return tickets, and transport arrangements, must be submitted as part of the application process. For those using the new multiple entry Umrah visa, fresh travel details are required for every visit, even though the visa itself remains valid for 1 year. So many restrictions, so much restrictions, making things complicated. The Middle East is always making things complicated for visitors, for tourists. In Europe, it is not like this. They should learn from the Europe. Let's see the next news from Pakistan. Is 15 killed in Pakistan, including 12 soldiers after military attacks at checkpoint. Sad news from Pakistan. Militants rammed an explosive-laden vehicle into a security checkpost in northwest Pakistan overnight, killing 15 people, including soldiers, police, and government personnel, the military said on Friday. 15 brave sons of the soil, including 12 military, 2 policemen, and a government official, ex-forest department, rendered the ultimate sacrifice and embraced Shahada, martyrdom. The military's media wing said in a statement on the latest attack in the border province of KP. Security forces killed 12 militants during the attack, which took place in the Tang district. The attackers rammed an explosive-laden vehicle into the perimeter wall. The statement said, due to blast impact, infrastructure at checkpost was seriously damaged. No group immediately claimed the responsibility. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. UAE President receives outstanding graduates and wished them good luck. Dubai rolls out new tool for passengers to check smart gate eligibility. Abu Dhabi police warn residents against leaving vehicles running. Do not leave your vehicle running in Abu Dhabi, otherwise you will get fined. Mashriq launched money insights, bringing smarter. Eridat puts comfort at the heart of every run with the new blah blah blah. Innovation and regulation can shape a smokeless future. The fastest mobile network arrived to UAE with 5.5G. Wow. Indian consulate in Dubai extend emergency services for NRI certificate. What's the next news? ADCB posts record H1 profit dirham 7.6 billion dirham. Oh my god. 7.6 billion dirham profit. Rag Bank posts record H1 profit on strong. Creating safer workplaces goes beyond preventing accidents, helping organizations protect their people, strengthening well-being. Adani Enterprises denies plans to launch airline, calls the reporters baseless. Google hit with $1 billion EU fine in constructive talks. Samsung Galaxy Unpacked 2 in 2026, everything. So this is Khalij Times, official newspaper from Dubai, UAE. Let's see the Gulf news. We already recorded a half an hour of our live YouTube live. The remaining half an hour, after that we will close. US-Iran war, keys updates for UAE residents till evening. Flying today? I'm not flying today. Kuwait gives citizen life term in Iran espionage case. Europe extends Gulf airspace warning until August 31. UAE Airlines expand global reach with new routes. When will Etihad Rail's next stations open? Wow, let's see this news. Etihad Rail is a huge project in Dubai, UAE, connecting all the Emirates and facilitating the public living in the very far remote areas. Etihad Rail, UAE's first national passenger rail service, officially began operation on June 30, 2026 with the launch of the Abu Dhabi Fujairah route, marking a major milestone in the country's transport network. The inaugural service connects Mohammed bin Zayed City in Abu Dhabi with Fujairah in just 1 hour and 45 minutes, offering residents and visitors a fast alternative to road travel. More than 10,000 tickets were sold before the service even launched, highlighting strong public demand for passenger rail in the UAE. With the first phase now operational, attention is turning to the remaining stations that will complete the UAE's passenger rail network over the next several months. Dubai and Al Zayed, September 30. Wow. Just two more months. The next stage of the rollout will see passenger services extended to Dubai's Jumeirah Gulf State Station and Al Zayed Station in Sharjah on September 30. These stations are expected to significantly improve connectivity between the UAE's major population centers and provide a rail alternative for the commuters traveling between Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah and the East Coast. Madinah Zayed and Liva November 30. Etihad Rail will bring forward the opening of its Madinah Zayed and Liva passenger stations on November 30, expanding the UAE's national rail network into the Al Zafra region in time for the start of its annual events and festival season. More stations in Al Zafra region, December 30. The network will then expand westward into Abu Dhabi's Al Zafra region on December 30. More stations are scheduled to open as part of this phase: Al Silla, Al Dana and Al Mirfa. This expansion is expected to improve mobility of residents in the western region while supporting tourism and economic activities across Al Zafra. Sharjah University City, March 30, 2027. The final currently announced passenger station in Sharjah University City, which is scheduled to open on March 30. Once operational, it will complete the first phase of Etihad Rail's passenger network and further strengthen links between UAE's major educational, residential and commercial hubs. How much do Etihad Rail tickets cost? To mark the launch of the UAE's first passenger rail service, Etihad Rail is offering introductory fares starting from Dirham 55 in comfort class and 120 in premium class, approximately 50% lower than standard adult ticket price. Blah 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 blah. Let's see the next news. Dubai's 3,000 dirham white deal gets 10,000 plus applications. Why will must be a part of every expert's plan? Why a will must be a part of every expert's plan? Gulf News pays tribute to Patrick Mashoud. Could the UAE's new Jawan card save you? UAE President honors top year 12 students of Blackstone plans Dubai return with DFC office. Blackstone. Let's see this news. World's largest alternative asset manager Blackstone plans Dubai return with the DFC office. $1.35 trillion asset manager strengthens Gulf footprint with new Dubai presence. Blackstone. Blackstone, the world's largest alternative asset manager, is planning to open an office in Dubai International Center, marking its return to Dubai 6 years after relocating its regional base to Abu Dhabi, according to Reuters. The move would strengthen Blackstone's presence in the Gulf at a time when Dubai continues to attract global investors, high net worth individuals, and financial institutions. Since the pandemic, the Emirate has recorded strong growth supported by investment-friendly policies and residency reforms that have encouraged asset managers, hedge funds, family offices, and private banks to establish operations in the AFC. The report said the firm will retain its Abu Dhabi office, reflecting the Emirates' role as home to some of the world's largest sovereign wealth funds. Blackstone manages $1.35 trillion in assets across private equity, real estate, credit, and other investment strategies. According to Reuters, the firm has expanded its footprint in the Gulf in recent years through investments including a stake in Dubai-based Property Finder, a joint aircraft leasing investment program with Dubai Aerospace Enterprise, and a $250 million investment in UAE-based payments and data intelligence platform. Reuters also reported that this month that Blackstone is among the bidders for a stake in Kuwait Petroleum Corporation's oil pipeline network. So what's next? Why Zendaya's Iranian earnings spark debate? Abu Dhabi teacher died in a car crash. Let's see this news. Local news from. Greetings from Uganda. Kakun Zaire Innocent. Kakun Zaire Innocent, welcome. Welcome to Bobby Wine. Abu Dhabi Vice Principal's death in Canada was caused by road crash. Husband reveals. The husband of Carol Pratt, the much-loved Vice Principal of Raha International School's Gardens campus, has shared heartbreaking details of the road accident in Canada that claimed her life, revealing that the crash also killed her parents while the teenage son remains in intensive care. In an emotional post shared on LinkedIn, Steve Pratt said his wife died on Monday, July 20, while traveling with her parents, Judy and Jim, and their son, Alfie, after visiting family in Canada. The family had been traveling from Calgary to East Devon when their vehicle was involved in a collision. I am utterly heartbroken to share with you the devastating news that my beautiful wife, Carol, passed away last Monday, 20th of July. Many of you will know Carol as the Vice Principal at Raha Gardens, Abu Dhabi. He said only their son has survived the crash. Their vehicle was involved in a collision and only ALF survived. He is currently in the ICU at Regina, a hospital in Canada, but the outlook for him is thankfully very good. Describing his grief, Pratt wrote, "At this moment, I cannot imagine life without her. I simply cannot believe that she's gone and she's not coming back. I feel wretched with grief." He added that his children, Ruth and Alfie, and the support of Carol's brothers, Dan and Jeff, were helping him through the tragedy. We were all truly blessed to have her in the center of our lives. We will cherish her memory and love her always. A remarkable colleague and exceptional person. In a message to colleagues which was shared with Gulf News Talim, which owns and operates Raha International School, confirmed that Pratt died following a road traffic accident while visiting family in Canada. CEO Alan Williamson said the tragedy had also claimed the lives of Carol's parents. Tragically, Carol's parents also lost their lives in the accident. He added that Carol's son Alfie, who had recently completed grade 11 at Raha Gardens campus, remained in hospital receiving special treatment. Paying tribute, Williamson described Pratt as an educator whose influence extended far beyond her role at the school. Carol was an exceptional educational leader whose kindness, warmth, and unwavering commitment touched the lives of countless students, colleagues, families. He said, She was respected not only within the Raha Gardens campus community but across the entire Talim family. She was a remarkable colleague and an exceptional person, and her loss will be felt deeply by over everyone who had the privilege of knowing and working alongside her. Williamson added that the school group would work closely with Raha Gardens campus and Carol's family in the coming weeks to find an appropriate way to celebrate her life and honor her contribution to education. Sad news, sad news, sad news. Aster Hospital pioneers new heart imaging in Gulf. UAE Airlines expand global reach with new routes. Blackstone plans Dubai return with DFC office. Buy Dubai tokenized property from Dirham 1000. Dubai's Dirham 3000 invite deal gets 10,000 applications. Need promote. So this was the news from Gulf News. Let's see the Dawn News. Dawn News is a credible newspaper from Pakistan. It says that it would be very bad for them. Trump says arming Iran not in China, Russia's interest. US strikes Iran again to diminish threats to mariners and vessels. Terrorist attack on a joint police checkpost in KP's tank martyrs 15 including 14 security personnel in Pakistan. Very, very sad news. Lieutenant General Amir Raza promoted to 4-star rank, appointed first commander, National Strategic Command. The CNSC is the charge of the nuclear manager role. Let's see this news. This is latest news from Pakistan. General Raza has previously been awarded Hilal Imtiaz Military and Sitara Pisalat. The CNSC post was created under last year's 27th Constitutional Amendment, which made significant changes to the military's chain of command to assume the nuclear manager role previously exercised by the Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff, a post which was abolished. The appointment, reappointment and extension of the CNSC are tied solely to the recommendation of the Chief of Defence Forces, a post that was also created under the amendment for a unified command structure across the armed forces. Under the changes, the appointment, reappointment or extension of the CNSC or the exercise of discretion by the appointing authority in this regard shall not be called into question before any court on any ground whatsoever. Last year, Field Marshal Asim Munir, who also served as the Chief of Army Staff, was appointed the country's first CDF following the passage of the 27th Amendment. The next news is Karachi received season first monsoon shower light to moderate rain reported in parts of city. PM Shehbaz Sharif inaugurates the country's largest data center, AI Cloud, Sky 47 in Islamabad. What is this news? Let's see this latest news from Pakistan also. Big up! Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif on Friday inaugurates the country's largest data center and Sky 47 AI Cloud in Islamabad, terming the facility inspiring. The project has a capacity of 8.5 megawatts. Sky 47 is also developing a 5 megawatt data center at Karachi's Port Qasim, slated for completion in September. Speaking on the PM Shehbaz said it was a privilege and an honor to be part of the ceremony. The facility we have just visited is inspiring. He further said the data center was built in a record time, showcasing the best minds from across Pakistan in both military and civilian sectors. He commended the leadership of CDF Asim Munir, under whose supervision the data center was built. PM Shehbaz said he was hopeful that if we follow this model, there is no reason, and I am absolutely convinced convinced more than ever before that not only will we will be able to make up for the losses of the past, but we will also create a new, dynamic and forward-looking Pakistan, which is the need of the hour. He added that the task might be difficult, but it was not impossible. Despite the challenges and difficulties, one must have the will to negotiate and the ardent hope and the energy to turn that into a great opportunity. Characterizing the data center as the future of Pakistan, PM Shahbaz also commended the leadership of the Minister and Secretary for the IT Center to provide valuable infrastructure. IT Minister. Speaking at the inauguration, Ministers for IT and Telecom, Shahda Fatima Fawja, termed the data center a step in the right direction, saying that it provided Pakistan with the foundation of an infrastructure capable of producing the most important economic unit today. She stated that every opportunity in the future would be reliant on access to high performance computing, including in healthcare, agriculture, economy, financial services. All is this technology news, local news from Pakistan. ICC member states decide the fate of embattled prosecutor Karim Khan. Deputy Prime Minister Dar stressed need to build on Islamabad's MOU commitments in meeting with Iran's AFRiCA. General Raza's department at CNSC completed military overhaul under 27 amendments, signals impending reshuffle. Why Pakistan remains largely unsuccessful in kick-starting its economic engine. Kingdoms, Killers and Kingpins, 3 TV shows to watch this weekend. Christopher Nolan says AI is a Trojan horse, just not a stealthy one. So this was the news from Dawn News, a credible news from Pakistan, newspaper from Pakistan. Let's open our live on TikTok. TikTok live, we are going to open now the TikTok live. We are going to open our live on TikTok so our viewers can have chat with us. Our viewers can have some options to enjoy the music, to have some fun, to have some discussions from all over the world, from Africa, Uganda, everywhere. They are waiting for our live always, because we play the music on our TikTok live always. TikTok live is stuff like my video dia, but you can't do my video. Okay. Okay. The next news is no more news. When nobody is asking any questions, we are tired of news, because the YouTube live is very boring live. You cannot view your viewers, you cannot watch your viewers, you cannot play any games, you cannot play any music, you don't have any freedom. So the TikTok live is very interesting, because we can play music, we can chat to our viewers, we can see our viewers, we can talk to them, we can watch them, we can play the music, we can play the games, which is very interesting sometimes. very funny also, which is not possible on YouTube Live. Just open our live on TikTok, and we are gonna play the music of Bobby Wine for our viewers. On TikTok Live. If you want to enjoy the Bobby Wine music, you can join our live on TikTok.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम यूसुफ भाई गल सुनो जी
The Bobby Wine music is getting ready. We need to go away from our TikTok live station for more 10 minutes. We have to record more 10 minutes our live on YouTube. YouTube is demanding for facing the camera, is demanding for the real people, the real commentary, everything real. No more faceless, no more AI, no more lack of commentary channels are acceptable as per the new rules and regulations of YouTube monetization policy. They are restricting the rules and regulations for the creators. So due to all these things, due to AI, due to faceless channels, due to lack of commentary channels, they are demonetizing the channels for future monetization programs. That's why we are now doing our live facing camera with real commentary, with real personnel, so we can meet their regulations, we can meet their requirements. So today is 24 of July 2026. Yes, 24 of July 2026. The next week is the last week of this month. These 2 months are very hard in Dubai, July and August, due to high temperature, high humidity. So July is almost over, only 1 week remaining, and then will be only 1 month harsh weather, August. After the August, the weather will be becoming normal. In the September, the temperature will be reducing, the humidity levels will go down, and the people will be taking some rest, some break from harsh weather. People will be getting some rest from the harsh weather. So 1 more month is difficult. 1 more month, next month, August is difficult. Hopefully, but here in the Dubai Creek area, it's really very good. In the night time, we are here on the outdoor. We are enjoying our live here, and we are really very happy with the weather condition. No, not too much humidity, not too much temperature in the night time. Thanks to the creek waters, thanks to the Arabian Sea. So the wind is coming from touching the creek waters, and it's getting cooler, which feels very good, very nice. So we are enjoying our life from outdoor, from Dubai Creek. So send me your questions, your feedback, your comments in the comment section. As always, we are happy to see comments from our viewers, from our community, from our teams, from our followers from all over the world. We are just getting starting our journey on social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's going well because all Africa is following me due to this unique design T-shirt. We are really very happy. We are really very happy. Ethiopia, Agire. We are really very happy with our community, our viewers. How are you? How are you, bro? Ethiopia, Hagre. Hagre, how are you? Mr. KD, YouTube and TikTok. Please follow YouTube and TikTok. You will enjoy my content Africa. Only Mr. KD, see? KEDI, KEDI. YouTube and TikTok. Mr. KD, thank you. So we find our brother from Ethiopia. He was very happy.
At incredible prices, delivered straight to my door. Download the Amazon app now. You'll thank me later.
Save more. Download the Amazon app.
So, who is there enjoying the music of Bobby Wine? Why filter? Remove filter. Remove filter. What is this? Remove filter. What is this? This is nonsense. It looks nonsense. You are on TikTok and you are doing this shit. What is this? Shahid, Chris, everybody welcome. Steve, Fatoma. So people are joining after the first song of Bobby Wine. Thank you very much. Welcome, welcome. So we are just after 2 minutes closing our live on YouTube, but we are also going a non-stop music of Bobby Wine on TikTok live. Who is joining from Uganda, Africa? Mr. Geoff, Hamza. Let's see the next song for who? Who want to listen the next song of Bobby Wine? Everybody want to listen the Bobby Wine songs. I also want to listen. Iftikhar from Saudi Arabia, General Manager from Saudi Arabia, Rana Iftikhar. Hafiz Sohail, wow. Today Reem Emirates is coming very fast. Hafiz Sohail is there. Rana Iftikhar, hi. Rana Iftikhar. One song for Rana Iftikhar. Let's see one song for Rana Iftikhar. The music on TikTok live and people are enjoying music on TikTok live, but we are a little bit away from our TikTok live station because we cannot play the music here on YouTube live. So now after 1 minute we are going to close our live on YouTube because we already recorded 1 hour of video recording here on YouTube. So people are enjoying the music of different languages on hello, who is there? Let me know, please. If you have any questions, send me your questions in the comments. I'm waiting your questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna close my live after 1 minute. The time is here now to close my live on YouTube and enjoy the music on TikTok live. TikTok live is very interesting, very good, very nice, very, you can say, very good. So many options, so much freedom.